everyone, how is everybody doing? I hope you're all great. My name is Mariana and welcome to Airplane Books. We are doing another reading vlog. I haven't done these in forever. Yeah, let's just talk about all the books that I want to read. I have a list of books that I wrote down that I kind of want to tackle quite soon. So I don't know which ones I'm going to read for this vlog. I'll just do whatever feels right, you know. I'll just tackle whichever one I want. But I do want to talk to you about all the options that I have right now. Recently, I went through my to-read list on Goodreads and deleted a lot of the books and added some more. And then I took a look through all the book series that I'm in the middle of, just to evaluate if I want to continue or not. And one of these book series that I want to continue is obviously The Wayward Children by Seanan McGuire. And I realized that I am stuck on Lost in the Moment and Found, which is book 8, and Mislaid in Parts Half Known, which is book 9. When book 7 came out, I read it immediately. But then I was out of the book community and I didn't know when book 8 and book 9 came out. So I just want to read these books, hopefully in this vlog, maybe in some other vlog. I just really love the Wayward Children series. I do kind of feel like since it's been so long, I don't remember much about the other characters. So it would have been, realistically, it would have been really good to read through all the books so that I can remember what the rest were about. But I also have so many other books that I want to read that I just don't want to go back yet, necessarily. Maybe in another video, but I just really want to catch up and finish the series. Next is a book that wasn't on my radar at all until I bought it last year. I mean, I heard people talk about it, but I bought it last year because it was cheap. It was an impulse buy. I wasn't really doing book hauls back then. Last year I didn't spend much money on books because I wasn't in the book community that much. I wasn't involved in anything. I was so busy with work, with life in general, I didn't even have time for myself. So oh my god, I didn't even hit my Goodreads goal. I mean, I barely reached it. I read 11 books, but it was so hard for me to reach. Now I'm at, like, my goal is still 10 books for this year, but I already reached 5 books. So I'm doing good. I think I'm gonna raise it to 50 again, or maybe 30, and just keep raising it until I'm satisfied, you know? Not to get off topic, the book that I was talking about that I bought last year was Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, and I have it in my physical library, but it's in Slovenia, but I still want to read it, so I think I'm gonna get it from the library here, or I have to go to the library or I could like get an audiobook or something. So we shall see, but it's one of the books that I want to read just because I also have it in physical copy, like in my own personal library, and because I just recently heard that it's a TV show on Peacock, so I might want to give it a try, who knows. Speaking of TV shows, I have this book in my physical library right now, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, that I might pick up. But realistically, I don't really see that happening for this vlog. Maybe if I'm in the mood later on. A book that I really want to pick up is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. Just because it feels like such an easy read. I feel like I'm just gonna fly through it. One book that does intimidate me though, that I want to read maybe soonish, is Pride by Ali Hazelwood. It's just that the world on the back seems kind of more complicated than it should be, or more complicated than my brain can process, I guess. Once I get into it, I'm sure I'm gonna be fine, but just it's intimidating jumping in, you know? Okay, so the next one that I really want to read is Dinner on Monster Island by Tanya de Rosario. It's basically a compilation of essays, or it's a non-fiction memoir that talks about, sorry, the birds are distracting me, talks about the author's experience living in Singapore as queer, brown, and fat. It actually seems like something that I feel like I need to read right now. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm currently craving memoirs. Even the cover itself seems very interesting. Moving on, one book that seems interesting. I've never read a Riley Sager book, but I did see I don't know, one of the booktubers talk about The Only One Left as one of the best books of the year. I'm not a big thriller mystery girly. Maybe that will change now that I'm in Ireland. I don't know why it would, as if Ireland is scary. It is. Dublin, not the safest. But this seems like a really interesting premise for the book. There's this interesting poem throughout the book that says, "At 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It wasn't me," Lenora said, "but she's the only one not dead." And basically it's about this entire community being shocked by this murder death thingy, and Lenora is the only one who survives, and she's kind of ostracized and like stuck in this house. And now at an older age, she decides to come out with her story and what actually happened or something. Anyway, seems interesting. Like I said, I'm not a thriller mystery girly, but I like horror. And the last book that I really want to get to, because it's also one of my most anticipated releases from last year that I was tracking, it's I Went to See My Father by Shin Kyung-suk. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I'm probably not. It's a contemporary literary fiction book centering on a woman's efforts to reconnect with her aging father, uncovering long-held family secrets. And it just seems like, I don't know, it seems like something that I want to read right now. I don't know why I'm craving literary fiction, more essays, more non-fiction or memoirs, because I used to be a fantasy and young adult romance girly, which I still am, but I want something a little bit more serious. Maybe it's me growing up, because I used to be, listen, I used to be such a child 2 years ago, 4 years ago even. No, but it's just, I don't know, I'm feeling like I want to read all these other people's experiences, but also I love my dad. I'm such a daddy's girl, like not even my mom. I've always been a daddy's girl. So I feel like this could be a really hard hitter, which I kind of need right now, you know? Thank you for watching this intro, and I guess I'll talk to you when I decide on which book I'm gonna start. I finally settled on the book that I'm gonna read, and I have already started reading it, which is Dinner on Monster Island. Like I mentioned previously, it is just a compilation of essays about the author's life, and so far what we've covered is the author's relationship with their mother and her being queer, growing up in Singapore and having an exorcism, and obviously everybody commenting on their weight, them growing up in the prime era of where it was so chic and cool to be stick thin, you know, the early 2000s, I believe. Just being told you're too fat, you're going to hell for liking girls, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that. It just breaks people down. I just finished Dinner on Monster Island, and it's, like I previously mentioned, just a series of essays about the author's life. And it's not only about their like self-identity and finding themselves, growing up in this environment that basically forces themselves to hide in fear of not only judgment from others but from the government. The author moving to Canada because they just couldn't do it anymore and saw a future in Canada, and then being so relieved that when they moved, because they no longer had to hide themselves, but at the same time missing the country, because missing Singapore, because you know they also had community there. And I'm rating it 4.5 stars because I really did enjoy it. I thought it was such a powerful read. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then tomorrow I'm meeting with friends. Well, they're coming over here, so I don't know if I'll read anything, but yeah. And then for the next 2 days I'm flying. Hi, good morning. It's 11:48 a.m. and yesterday I started another book because I couldn't resist. That immediately after I turned off the video, I was like, I don't want to go to sleep, even though it was like 10 p.m. and then I stayed awake until midnight. Well, actually it was 2 a.m. when I think I finally fell asleep. But I did start Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, and the first half, not the first half, I am 44% into it, and it started off rocky. Now I kind of like it, and I can kind of relate to it a little bit, because in this book the author has a best friend that is very attached to the best friend, to the point where she really dislikes the guy that she's dating. And I'm like, I've disliked every single guy that my best friend dated. Now here's the thing, there's two options. One, they could all be trash, which they were, no offense if anyone's watching this, which they're not. Or two, I have just this unhealthy attachment to her, which could be true because she is my platonic soulmate, but could also not be true because I don't dislike the guys that she's dating if I don't have a reason. But yeah, it's just my best friend we have such a close relationship that sometimes it just makes me think if I'm being, you know, like a mother, not letting their children live and wanting to protect them, that I'm being a little bit over the top. I like how it just gave me an existential crisis in the one category where I knew that I was sure that I was doing the right thing, you know? So I'm journaling right now a little bit. I hope you don't mind. I'm 44% in. The author in this book just reminds me of my best friend, just living her life, drinking every single weekend, and just like having all these memories, which I can so relate wanting to have memories. But I was a little bit worried about the author, because like that's a lot of partying. I was worried about my best friend for a while there as well, but she's doing fine. It gives me a little bit of anxiety to see this person, like to have a glimpse in this person's life as she's growing up, describing everything that went right, everything that went wrong, all these relationships and these people in her life that brought her to where she is today, but also like eventually left her life. It gives me so much anxiety because it makes me think of all the people in my life that I've had, that I've loved so passionately and so like dearly, all my friends, everybody, and it's just, and I just remember all the people who have left, who are no longer a part of my life for one reason or another. Once you put everything down on a list of all your life experiences and everything you've been through and all the people in your life and why they're no longer there, or how, like, I don't know, it's so depressing because you have a list of all these experiences. This is your life and this is how you live, this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong. It's just, it's depressing to me. It's even more depressing than Dinner on Monster Island, and that book is supposed to be depressing. This one is not supposed to depress me. I can't wait to finish it. I'm 44% in. I probably won't finish it today. I'm flying tomorrow to Tenerife, so I'm working tomorrow and the day after. I'm flying to Madrid. I'll probably finish it on Friday, March 1st. Chilling. I did a lot of cleaning today and tidying up. I'm on home standby right now and for 2.5 more hours, and hopefully they won't call me because I've been flying for the past 2 days. 2 days ago I flew to Tenerife, and then yesterday I flew to Madrid. So it's just been like kind of long days. I mean, yesterday wasn't too long, but the day before was like 12 hours. I did my makeup just for you guys. I don't know where I actually left off this video. I don't think I actually told you the fact that I finished Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I think I ended up rating it 4.25 stars. The first half of the book was very meh. Not really meh. Like, it made me think a little bit, but it took a while for me to really get into it. And then the second half, I like, she really turned her life around. Therapy is so helpful for people. I think it's so beneficial for many reasons. Just getting your life on track, depending on where you want to be or what your actual goal in life is. And I feel like you could see in this book how really beneficial that was to the author. In self-discovery and like learning about herself. I think there was one of the quotes saying youth is wasted on the young, basically in the context of we get wise when we're older, and when we're older we want to be young. Our body is growing, it's aging, and we're not as young as we used to be. It will just be nice to have wisdom, you know, when you're 21, the wisdom of when you're 30 years old, just not to repeat all the mistakes. And I don't think I'll be reading anything else for this vlog. I think I'm just gonna go to bed actually right now. But thank you guys so much for watching and going on this very short journey with me. In February, I actually read 7 books, which is really nice. I read The World Keeps Ending and The World Goes On. I read Come Fly the World, Enemies Abroad, The Soulmate Equation, The Bear, Dinner on Monster Island, and Everything I Know About Love. My favorite one so far is The Bear. I don't know, I just loved it. I loved everything about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see ya in the next video. I know this one was short, but yeah, I'll see you in the next one.